Alright, good afternoon everyone. I wanted to make a quick video here, hopefully to go through some trade setups that will trigger. I had kind of a slow morning this morning with the stuff that I normally do in the morning, but I think we're going to have some pretty good opportunity in here. Now, just to show you, this is an NQ. Oops, I want to go on the NQ. Sorry, I didn't mean for this to be the ES. Let me put this window on top. Alright, what I thought I was looking at was this one right here. On the NQ, basically what you're looking for is, well, this right here. If we get an up close on this bar, it would be a shorting opportunity, I think. What you're looking for is for price to cross the step line right in there and get out of the cover while the step line stays within it. Alright, it's got to cross the corner, get out of the cover, not price, but the synthetic divergence line right there. To cross it and get out of the cover while that actually stays in. So this right here would be a long trade right here. Okay, now my stop is set to go to break even plus 4 ticks. Oh no, I'm sorry, break even plus 10 ticks after it gets 16 ticks in profit. So that right there was a trade right there where it went through the step line while the step line stayed within the cover, and this came out of the cover. Okay, it's got to at least hit the cover, the edge of the cover, or come out of the cover. This is not one right here because it didn't hit the step line right there. Okay, so this is not a trade. So that first one we picked up 10 ticks on the long trade right there. This is not a trade right here because we didn't hit the step line on the way up. Alright, so that's, I mean, it's a really simple trade setup. In the markets, I was actually trading at 19 range for part of the morning this morning because the markets were pretty slow. So right now we don't have anything happening right here. Alright, what we need to see right now is for this right here to get to the limit of the cover right here or through out of the cover. Right, it's going to be something like this one right here or out of the cover like that right there, going through the step line. Right, so that did not happen in this bar. It doesn't look like it's going to happen on the next one either. But that's exactly what we're looking for. We're just looking for that same thing over and over and over again. So far I have that one trade right here that we took 10 ticks on. Okay, and now something could trigger here. This is not a trade right here. But the next one that we're going to be looking for, well, let's let it set up, and we'll see. Now, normally I would do this on a larger time frame, on 100 range, but I'm trying to get a couple of trades off right here. You see how that did not cross the corner of the step line, so this is not a trade right here. We're not going to do anything with this one. Okay. One of the other things that I noted earlier this morning was if you go in the direction of the bands, if you want to limit the overtrading, that can happen with this, and you stick to the direction of the bands, like only taking shorts when the bands are red and only taking longs when the bands are blue. That is one way to limit your overtrading. Now this white bar right here, is a mid-band long trade because the mid-bands are blue, so you would go long on the up close of this white bar right here. I'm not doing the white bar trade right now, I'm just doing the synthetic divergence trade. So I'm not doing anything right at the moment. Okay, but that would have been a trade there long. This would have been a trade here short. I don't know if we have other ones in there. That would have been a short trade right in there. Anytime you get a white bar with an arrow, whether the arrow is outside the bands or inside the bands, those usually work out to be very good trades. Okay. So this didn't hit the step line on the way through. This went through the step line. So depending what happens right here, we may have another trade. Okay, we may have another trade there. Okay, so it is a trade. And the reason that's a trade is it went through it. I just shorted it right there. Okay, we went right through right there. Now it's got to go 16 ticks into profit to bump the stop to plus 10. And it should have just about hit it right there. But it went through and came out of the cover right there. Went through the step line and came out of the cover. So we shorted it there. It just went to plus 10. So now we're going to lock in a bunch more. Okay, that's plus 50 down there. So I don't know exactly what I got out of that, but it was a bunch more than 10. I can tell you in just a second what we got out of that. Hang on. Let me go check. It's actually just about to set up another trade here, too. I haven't checked yet, though. Let me go and check what we actually got out of that last trade. Alright, we actually got 28 ticks out of that last trade. This didn't turn into a trade, and we actually got 28 ticks out of that last trade. I'll show it to you here in just a sec. Here it is, 7 points. Okay, 28 ticks out of that last trade. And This is not really a trade here. It just nicked the corner. I like to go through the corner. I really like to see it go through, actually even more than the corner. So that's it. I'm just going to wrap this up. We've talked for about, well, I've talked for about 5 minutes here. But I just wanted to show you how simple it is and how easy it is to take these trades over and over and over again. Okay? If you haven't taken a free trial, then just go here to tv-trades.com, tvtrades.com, click on the purple button, not the purple button, click on the orange button right there. The orange will bring you all the way down to the bottom. And let me slide this over to the other monitor. The orange will bring you all the way down to the bottom. It's only $25 a week after the trial, or $90 a month, or $97 a year. Okay, get in there, try it out. You'll see that this happens again and again and again. All these trade setups happen again and again and again, over and over and over. You have plenty of opportunity all day long to take these trades. All right, and that is it. Thanks for watching.